Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 10th of October 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you really do need to know about. Story number 1, all things considered, high oil prices, the crisis in the Middle East, economic uncertainty. It was a pretty good day on the market today. The S&P ASX 200 closed up 1%, pushing back above 7,000 points. It puts the market back to where it started the year. It was a broad-based rally today with more than 80% of the top 200 stocks rising, led by the utility sector, tech stocks and telcos. Origin Energy closed up more than 5% after the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission gave the go-ahead for Brookfield's $19 billion bid for the energy giant. The laggards on the market today were the financials. Taking a look at the largest companies, REA and Xero both jumped around 4%, while Telstra and Goodman Group were up more than 2%. Rio Tinto was among the worst on the day, at least among the large caps. It was down nearly 1%. The lithium and gold miners were also among the best. Gold Digger Chalice Mining and Core Lithium Sayona Mining, both lithium plays, all finished up more than 7%. Story number 2, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has instructed the country's defence forces to prepare for a mass offensive against Hamas at an intensity that's never been seen before. He also said that the Israeli government would do everything it could for the hostages taken by Hamas in Gaza. Meanwhile, Hamas has threatened to kill one civilian hostage and broadcast it if Israel attacks the Gaza without notice. The death toll on both sides continues to rise. Globally, there's been condemnation of Hamas's incursion into Israel territory on the weekend. There's also been condemnation locally of anti-Semitic rallies where an Israeli flag was burnt. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese described the behaviour as horrific. Story number 3, the boardroom battle at pubs and liquor outlet Endeavour Group is starting to get ugly, with the chair taking on the biggest shareholder. The shareholder, Bruce Matheson, who owns 15% of the company, has been firing away at the board over the past couple of weeks around the group's performance, his view that costs are out of control, and whether former Woolies exec Bill Wavish could stand for election as a non-executive director, something Matheson supports. Today, the chair of the company, Peter Hurl, wrote to the company's 420,000 shareholders saying they needed to be wary of selective and incomplete information, adding that the board was acting in the interests of all shareholders, not just one. He said the Bruce Matheson Group had used selective and incomplete information, which has the potential to confuse shareholders. Endeavour, of course, operates 266 Dan Murphy's stores, 1,435 BWS liquor outlets, and 354 hotels with almost 13,000 poker machines inside them. Story number 4, BHP boss Mike Henry has called for stronger policy settings to cement Australia's relationship with Japan, our second largest trading partner. Now, we sell around $55 billion worth of coal to Japan, about $35 billion worth of natural gas, $9 billion of iron ore and concentrates, lots of beef, lots of aluminium. Our biggest import from Japan is cars. Now, Henry today told the Australian-Japan Business Partnership Conference that stronger policy settings are needed to ensure Japan keeps investing in Australia. He wants not just free trade agreements, but tangible settings that make Australia a more attractive investment destination. Australia's relationship with Japan was really harmed late last year when the Albanese government intervened in the gas market. And story number 5, retailer Baby Bunting has warned that younger parents, especially millennials, are experiencing financial strains, and that's hurting sales of things like prams, toys and clothing. The new boss, Mark Tepperson, told shareholders at the group's AGM that the trading environment was challenging and turnover at the group is falling. He said 80% of new parents are millennials and are facing rising living costs, even if they don't have a mortgage. Baby Bunting said comparable store sales were down 8.5% year to date. Ouch. Shares in Baby Bunting rose 3% today, but are down 25% this year. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 10th of October, 2023. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.